Ladies and gentlemen, South Africans observe Human Rights Month in March each and every year. This is a reminder of the sacrifices that were made in the struggle for democracy during apartheid. A protest march was held in Sharpeville and Langa Township on March 21, 1960. In protest of the country's restrictive pass regulations. At Sharpeville, the apartheid police killed 69 protesters, many of whom were shot as they fled. This tragedy came to be known as the Sharpeville Massacre, highlighting the apartheid government's purposeful violations of human rights. These rights include equality. Everyone is equal before the law and has the right to equal protection and benefit of the law. Human dignity. Everyone has inherent dignity and have their dignity respected and protected. Freedom of movement and residence. Everyone has a right to freedom of movement and to reside anywhere in the country. Language and culture. Everyone has the right to use the language and to participate in the cultural life of their choice. Life. Everyone has the right to life. As the rector of Elangeni TVET College, I urge you in the workplace, within your family, and in your communities to show the sort of responsibility that you want to see in our country's future. Encourage social cohesiveness, nation building, and national identity, not only today, but every day. This is the only way to tackle social evils such as racism, racial discrimination, xenophobia, and other related intolerances, as well as violence, gender-based violence, and femicide. Thank you.
In the country, we've got the Constitution, which was approved or passed in December of 1996 and came into effect in February of 1997. What is more important and key is the enshrinement of the Bill of Rights, whose rights are a cornerstone of democracy in the country. And then these rights, they apply to all of us as individuals as well as institutions. These rights obviously are subject to limitations as contained in Section 36 of the Constitution. Now, how do these rights apply to all of us, more especially with us as the Elangeni TVET College? The core business of Elangeni TVET College is teaching and learning, wherein we'll have a responsibility to ensure that the learners that are entrusted to us by their parents for teaching, they are treated fairly, with equity and then with respect. So now we then employ the lecturers as well as supporting staff members who will then be the teachers or the lecturers for these learners. And then obviously with them they have their rights, because as we are talking about the Bill of Rights, they have one of the fundamental rights, which is the right of association. Now in association, it means that when they are within institution, they have a right to associate with other fellow colleagues. Now in their association, you will then find in a situation wherein now there is trade unionism and activism, and then they join trade unions because the Constitution allows for labor practice to take place in the country, and then therefore they join trade unions, they get elected and so forth. Now, as the institution under the leadership of Ms. Zoto, we recognize and respect the rights of trade unions as well as the members of the trade unions. Key to that is that the Bill of Rights also talks about access to education. This is where the core business takes place, because this access to education is the one that enables these learners to be part of the Elangeni TVET College family. So now part of this right is for us to make sure that they don't get to be treated unfairly. They must be respected in terms of their religion, race, sexual orientation, and so forth. And then that is when we then emphasize that they need to be treated according to the Constitution. Now, we also emphasize to our lecturers, more especially, including support staff, that we must not take advantage of these young learners because they come from some impoverished families. As the college, we don't accept and allow those things to take place. Where we find them, we deal with them harshly and quickly, because that is part of the fundamental human rights. So we are saying whoever wants to come and join Elangeni TVET College as a learner, be assured that your rights as enshrined in the Constitution are going to be respected and protected.